YouTube, how's it going? Got a video for you today. We are going to check out a brand new rod that I got in the mail today. Very hard getting a hold of one of these. Went to a bunch of different stores, nobody had them. I'll explain that in just a minute. Let me take what's in here out and I will tell you what I think of it and what my opinion of this particular manufacturer and this rod is. You can already see it's red. And out comes one of my favorite rods. Let's put this out of the way. Is a Berkley Cherrywood. This is a 6.6 medium heavy for a bait casting reel. I had to order this off of Amazon. Very difficult to find these at Walmart or any other place. What happened is I believe, I'm not 100% sure, Walmart put these on sale for really, really cheap. And of course everyone bought them and now they are all on eBay if you really want to buy one. This one seems pretty good. The first thing I notice is the graphics on the rod itself are a little bit different. They kind of dumbed them down. I like the graphics on the older style Cherrywoods better. Oh well, I guess that's the way it goes. It was packaged pretty well in that pipe. However, what I see here is, I see some of the eyelids are bent. And I will have to compare this to my other Cherrywoods, but I think they might have cheaped out a little bit on the eyelets. As you can see, this first one has this part right here, this brace, and then this other part coming down, and then these are just like a spinning rod. So I have a feeling they cheaped out on them. It did come a little bent. I can always fix those. Now, let me take the plastic off of this. I love the cork handles, by the way. Now, the reason is I chose Cherrywoods is I started with a Berkley lightning stick. And I've heard people say that they've had problems with the Berkley lightning sticks. I have two of them. Besides, this is my third Cherrywood. I've never had a problem with a Berkley rod. They've always served me really well. I've read stories about them cracking. I have a 9-foot that I use for muskie and pike fishing. And then I have a 7-foot that currently has nothing on it. When I bought the 9-foot for pike and muskie fishing, I took the reel that was off of the 7-foot one and moved it to the 9-foot one. So I currently don't have anything on that rod. It's sitting in the corner of my garage. Now, as soon as I get this tag off, I'll show you what I'm going to put on it, and I'll tell you why I like a 6.6 for this particular reel. That fuzzy doesn't want to come off. A little hard getting this plastic off. Well, we'll deal with that later. I'll show you what I'm going to put on it. And of course, it's an Abu Garcia. This is an Abu Garcia 1750A. They made these between 1964 and 1978. Now, I know for a fact this one wasn't made in 1964 because it's an A. When Abu originally started producing these in 1964, it was just the 1750. The following year in 1965, they added some bracing and some aluminum grommets, I believe they're called, in here. And obviously they felt those braces were necessary. And they also, for some reason, unbeknownst to me, decided to add an A to it. I don't know if that was a marketing thing or what, but that's what that is. I did buy this reel off of eBay. It casts really nice. It's not in the best condition. The foot plate is bent a little bit, and the line out feature doesn't work. I did completely disassemble this reel and cleaned it, re-lubed it up, and put it back together again, and I have used it to fish. I haven't caught anything with it yet, but I tried it on a 6.6 and I tried it on a 7-foot, and it just didn't feel right with the 7-foot rod. Now, what I found for myself, this might be different for other people, is that with a 6.6 rod, I'm a little bit more accurate than I am with a 7-foot or even a 9-foot rod, and that's what I wanted this for. This reel itself was kind of the step down from the 5,000. If you couldn't afford a 5,000, this was the one that you got. That's if you wanted an Abu. I did a little Googling, a little price searching. In 1978, this reel would have been about $35 in American, which translates to about around 140 today, which is about what you would pay for a brand new Abu. I bought a 5600 about 2 years ago, and it was about $140. So that's about what it would cost you today if you were to buy this today, $140. Let's put it on the rod and see how it does. Now, the reason is I like the cherry woods is because they match with the reel. I know that sounds crazy to buy a reel or buy a pole just based off the color, but I had really good experiences with the lightning rods, and I have a fan waving to me from over that way from the window. Like I was saying, I had really good luck with the lightning rods, so I bought a cherry wood because it matched the first 5,000 I bought. I did buy this reel off of eBay. I think I paid about $75 for it. It's not in the best condition, but it's not in the worst condition. At some point I would like to get one maybe that's a little bit nicer. And this rod cost me, I think, about $30. About $30 off of Amazon. That looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. And you can see the reel. Now, a few more interesting things about this reel. You probably notice as I'm pulling the line, the handle is spinning. One of the reasons why this reel was cheaper than a 5,000 is there's no anti-reverse on this reel. This is what they call a knuckle buster. Okay, meaning you control the drag with your thumb. It's a little bit challenging, and it's actually kind of fun. Although you do have to watch it to keep this from hitting your hand when you have a fish on, because if it hits your hand, hits your knuckle, it will hurt. I guarantee it. It's happened to me. I've even done it when I'm casting. I have two other reels that are knuckle busters. They're not Abu Garcias. They're actually Langley's, which I'm going to get into Langley reels in a different video, because there's some interesting history behind Langley reels and Zebco. But that's some of the more interesting things. And the other thing I like about this reel that I think makes it a little bit unusual is the release button is in the center. So when you press this button, the spool will actually become free and the handle won't spin. Now, you can cast this without pressing the button. It's a little annoying, and it actually makes it a little bit harder to cast. But once you start reeling in, if you've got a fish on, you place your thumb on there, and you control the drag with your thumb. Now, in my opening segment, you'll see me holding a rather large smallmouth bass. I actually caught that off of a reel that has no anti-reverse. So, but it does have the carriage that does go back and forth when you reel in. I don't want to reel it too far because then I'll let go of the line. And also too, when you cast out, it does have the synchro mesh. I guess that's what they call it, synchro mesh. But as you can see, once a fish starts pulling on that line, this thing spins backwards, which is kind of fun. It's a little bit challenging. I think my next challenge is going to be getting a reel with no line carriage, where you got to do it with your thumb back and forth. It's a little late tonight to go fishing. I do want to go fishing with this and see if I can catch something. I'll probably do that tomorrow, and then just tack that video on to the end of this one, so you guys can actually see me using it. So what I'm gonna do before I go fishing tomorrow with this is I'm gonna tie just a dummy weight to the end and do some practice casting off camera on the side of my house, and see how this thing feels. And I'm hoping it'll be as accurate as the Langley that I have, also on a 6'6". Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's the next day. Came down to a pond I've only fished a couple times off camera, and look what I got off the brand new pole in that Abu reel. Let me show you what I was. Let's let this guy go. There you go, bud. Go on. Yep, off he goes. Okay. I'll show you the spinner I was using. This one right here. It's got a willow leaf and a regular blade. He hit it real slow, but it was a fun fight. Fun fight. Then here's the pole and the reel again. I'd say that's a pretty good first fish off of this rig. All right, here's the pond I'm fishing. It's really, really small. In fact, I can cast across this pond very easily with just about almost any lure. But as you can see, there's some really big bass in some of these tiny ponds. Don't ever overlook the size of a body of water, because you never know what goes on down below. Up. Look at this guy. Oh, he inhaled that thing. He's blonde. He chunked that thing. I gotta get the pliers. He swallowed it. Yeah. All right, guys, this is it. This is a nice bass that I caught. He's a little bloodied up. Now, I cut the hook to get it out. It was hooked through his gill. You never want to do anything to kill off a fish. You want to catch them, admire them, throw them back in the pond. It's a $3 spinner, so I just cut the hook off, and now I'm going to let him go. Let's go, buddy. Off he goes. All right, guys, here's the spinner that I cut. I don't think this spinner's worth killing a fish over. I was actually gonna make something out of a spinner anyway, and I need to cut the hook off, so that's another video for another time. Hope you enjoyed watching me fish. Sorry I didn't get the big one on camera, but I showed you after I caught it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.